This is the best-selling luxury car in India. This is the Mercedes-Benz E-Class long wheelbase, or in this case, the E220d long wheelbase. And it is the best-selling luxury car in India. Mercedes-Benz killed it last year with sales almost touching 19,000 units for FY25. At the forefront, as it has been for many years now, is the Mercedes-Benz E-Class long wheelbase. But what makes the E-Class so desirable, and how does it outsell its competitors with such a huge margin? For that, we need to experience the back seat, since the E-Class is now available only in long wheelbase format. And to get the full experience, I will need a chauffeur. So I opened the DriveU app, booked a driver for myself and settled into the backseat to enjoy the luxury of the E220d. The reason why the Mercedes E-Class is so goated is because while BMW focuses on the driving experience, Mercedes sedans have always been about the back seat. And also, who wants to drive such a massive luxury barge in tight city streets? है कि नहीं भैया?
हाँ भैया, मैंने तो नया 5 सीरीज भी चलाई हुई है। उसमें चलाने में बहुत मज़ा आता है, बट पीछे बैठने में उतना मज़ा नहीं आता है, सर ने मुझे बोला है। बट ये में चलाना उतना मज़ा नहीं आता है, बट पीछे तो बहुत मज़ा है, आप बोल रहे हैं, तो आपको कुछ दिक्कत नहीं तो हमको क्या?
The E220d's backseat is really luxurious. You have everything that you would ever want. Right now it's in the 3-person configuration, but pull this thing down and you get a center armrest, which also doubles down as a wireless charging pad for your phone. You also get some extra storage space with 2 Type-C ports over here in the middle. You also get a bunch of controls on this door card over here. 4 different buttons. One is for your panoramic sunroof, one is for your rear sunshade, and the other 2 are for the privacy shades on both sides of the car, as well as adjusting the windows as well. You also get this button over here, so you can adjust the front passenger seat because, well, this is the captain seat in the car, and you also get 4-zone climate control, so this area is cooled as per my personal liking. The E220d's backseat is not that different from the E450. Honestly speaking, I would say, in fact, the E220d is a little bit more comfortable. Since the E450 is a little bit on the sportier side, the suspension felt a little bit more stiff than the E220d's. Whereas this car is a proper wafter, as Britishers like to say. You don't feel the bumps, you don't feel anything, and all you want to do is just lay your head over here on this fluffy cushion behind your head and go to sleep. But you know what? A lot of you have been roasting us in the comments for not talking about the actual driving experience. So let's change that today and see what the E220d feels like from behind the wheel. When we had gotten the E450 a couple of months ago, yes, the engine was butter smooth, it had bucket loads of power, but honestly speaking, I would much rather be in the back seat of the new E-Class rather than drive it. Same goes for the E450, and obviously it goes the same for this new E220d as well. The E220d's engine does not egg you on in any sort of way to drive it in a sporty manner. In fact, I would say the sweet spot of this engine is between 1500 to 2500 RPM, and over there in those particular rev ranges, this car doesn't even feel like a diesel. It's so refined, it's so smooth, you can barely even hear it, and the tractor kind of feeling that a lot of people complain about is pretty much non-existent in this 2-liter turbocharged diesel. The sound insulation of this car is really nice. You can't really hear what's going on outside, and you're just encapsulated in a cocoon of luxury. And the E220d is an absolute mile muncher. Don't just take my word for it, look at these numbers. When we had the car, we took it on a Mumbai run, and we were seeing an insane peak efficiency of 27 kmpl on the highway. That's bonkers for a car that weighs 2,530 kilos gross. At the end of our 338-kilometer journey, including Mumbai traffic, Pune traffic, highway cruising, and the traffic-filled Lonavala Ghats, we were still averaging 19.5 kmpl. So trust me when I say this, the E220 is not a performance car by any means. And if you're crying about why Mercedes put a 2-liter diesel in an E-Class, well, you need to grow up. This is not a sporty car in any sense, so don't try to make it one. The interior given by Mercedes-Benz in this new E-Class also is not sporty at all. The E450 being the AMG line car, you had a couple of sporty touches here and there, and honestly speaking, they didn't really suit the character of the car, whereas this E220d is so elegant and it feels royal when you sit inside. This center console is completely finished in this lovely wood grain kind of finish, feels really premium, really elegant. The E-Class now gets the new 3-screen layout which Mercedes has introduced, and yes, it does look very futuristic, but honestly the passenger side screen is pretty much pointless because nobody is really going to use it, and you'd much rather be sitting in the captain seat over there in the back, and there's no screen over there. That being said, the display is super crisp, fairly easy to use. Unfortunately, Mercedes has completely removed the center console controls for the MBUX system. So it's kind of fidgety when you have to use it on the go. But you of course have controls over here on the steering wheel as well. Coming to the steering, this is not an AMG steering, so looks very different in fact. And honestly speaking, I really like the design of this steering as well. The instrument cluster is your regular Mercedes instrument cluster because there's nothing different in terms of the screen in front of you. And of course, being a Mercedes-Benz, the ambient lighting goes crazy, and this car really comes to life when you're sitting in it at night. Regardless of your opinions on the looks of this new E-Class, let me tell you the differences between an E220d and the new E450 4MATIC that we had gotten a couple of months ago. First and foremost, you don't get the AMG line package. So the aggressive bumpers, the crazy wheels that the E450 got, the E220 and the E200, for a matter of the fact, do not get that stuff. It is a Mercedes-Benz without the AMG line package, which is honestly a very rare occurrence nowadays in India. Most of the cars that are coming from Mercedes-Benz and even BMW have their sportier kind of body kits, wheels, interiors smacked onto them. This E-Class doesn't get it, and I honestly think it looks very elegant. This car is finished in Verde Silver, which is this greenish, silverish kind of color, and I absolutely love it. Up in front, you get a little bit more of a sober looking bumper compared to the E450. The thing that I don't like, it's completely fake. These grills go nowhere. You get a massive grill up in front with the Mercedes logo kind of in smaller pieces, and you also have this blacked out trim on the side which kind of makes it look like a mask, like a raccoon, if you know what I mean. This car is absolutely massive, almost 17 feet long. So is an S-Class even needed at this point? I don't know, that's totally up to you. But the thing is, the road presence of this car is absolutely insane. Head over to the back and you get these new style of Mercedes taillights which have the Mercedes TriStar logo kind of integrated into them. And again, at the rear you have some bumper stuff going on with kind of fake exhaust tips, which again, not a big fan of. But if you ask me, the E450 is pretty much overkill. This looks like a luxury sedan, and honestly speaking, you don't need anything more than this. Honestly speaking, it's not a surprise that a product like the new E-Class is the best-selling luxury car in India. The E-Class has more or less defined what a luxury car is supposed to be. It's long, it has tons of road presence, and moreover, it makes a statement which is the sole purpose for buying a car like the E220d. And the E220d in particular is the standout car in the E-Class lineup, because the E200 is a bit too underpowered if you ask me, and the E450 is overkill and not even a proper AMG. The 2-liter turbocharged diesel in this car perfectly suits the character of it, and it is genuinely the sweet spot and the one that you should buy if you're looking to buy an E-Class. If you compare it to the other cars in the segment, well, it's the only diesel that's currently available, and I mean, there's no other reason to buy anything apart from the E220d, because the 530i, again, similar scenario like the E200, might feel slightly underpowered. And honestly speaking, if you're buying a luxury car, get the diesel because you get all of the benefits. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let us know your thoughts of the E220d long wheelbase in the comments down below. Would you choose this, some different car in the E-Class lineup, or maybe a different competitor car altogether? Comment all of that down below, subscribe to our channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.